Welcome back to our HCTV Sports Podcast. Today I'm here with Drew Patty and my co-host Ben Schaefer. How you doing today, guys?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Ben?
I'm good. How are you, Zane?
I'm pretty good. Patty, he's on the swim team. They're off to a fast start of the season. How's your season going?
We're currently undefeated. We won the Mason invite. We won the Marshall invite, which we haven't done in a long time. We brought home 2 cereal bowls. Haven't done that in 11, 12 years. 13. I apologize.
It's totally fine.
We're starting off undefeated. The season's going great, man. We got a lot of talent. We got one freshman that come up, Vance Fraley. He's learning really fast. He's getting everything down. And then we got 2 seniors that are rookies. We got Nolan Root and Mitchell Kiger. They joined. They're learning quick. They're learning real quick. They're good. They got some good times.
You guys had a lot of people qualify for states already, haven't you?
Yeah, we got 5 or 6 people qualified for state. Justin LaFleur is absolutely freaking killing it. He is destroying the game right now. Myself, I'm state qualified for the 400 free relay with Justin LaFleur, Cole Patty, and Michael Brown.
How many, by the end of the year, how many you think are going to qualify for states? You have to give me like a rough estimate.
We're trying to get 10 there this year. We're trying to get 10.
Is that doable? Is that an actual goal that can be achieved?
It's definitely a possibility. Where it will be achieved is probably league meet or last chance meet, which is in the beginning of March. We're just really trying to get as many people there as possible. We're trying to get as much talent up there. The season's going great right now. We're really we're hoping to win league this year. We have a good chance. Our only competition this year is Otsego. We're coming for them.
Okay, so who is in your league? Because I know you guys aren't in the Interstate 8, like kind of like basketball and football and volleyball, but like what is your league for in swimming?
I believe we're in the SCC. We swim against Alma, Sturgis, Otsego, Plainwell, Marshall, Allegan. There's 2 more teams I can't think of. There's a couple more teams after that. I can't think of them.
All right. So when did you get into swimming, and start competing competitively? Like, what age or grade did you start swimming?
I was 6 years old. I moved up here from Indiana. My uncle was a swim coach of his own club team, and he just told my mom, like, hey, bring them out to my practices so they have some type of sport to do during the wintertime. Mom was like, okay. So we went out to his practices, and turned out we loved it. I loved every minute of it. I still do love every minute of it. It is painful at times, soreness, whatever an athlete kind of gets, I think you guys understand it. You guys play basketball.
Yeah, right. I probably won't understand the level that you do, though, because swimming is definitely more of a full body.
Yeah, it is. It is a full body, intense workout, especially when you got sprint sets, when you got distance sets, when you got kick sets, pole sets.
So like, what's the difference between all of those? Like, is a sprint set just kind of like how quickly you can get down?
How down and back, and it's just as fast as you can possibly go is the sprint sets. The distance sets are usually from 200 yards to 250 yards, which is 8 to 10 lengths, down and back. And then the kick sets, we usually have kickboards, and we have like little flippers that we put on our feet to go a little bit faster. It's where you're kicking only, and then you got your pull sets. We got pull buoys that we put in, and usually have paddles on our hands to catch more water. It's just to get more of a
training technique.
Yeah, get a better workout in. Get a good technique. That's really all it's about.
So when you guys practice, so I heard you guys have morning practice.
Yeah.
And then do you guys practice? So how long do you practice?
In the morning we practice from 6 to 7, and then after school we usually practice from 3 to 5:30ish.
So you guys are getting some pretty good workouts.
Yeah,
so
really good workouts.
Like, I'm just curious. So swimmers have to burn a lot of calories because it's so intense. So do you guys like eat like carb load a lot or eat a lot of carbs? But especially before matches and stuff. Like, do you guys do that like wrestlers do?
Like tonight we actually have a carb load because we have our meet at Sturgis tomorrow. Usually we just get like spaghetti, lasagna, just stuff like that. Just
like maybe some rice or something.
Yeah, just mainly carbs. That's all it is, and we just eat it and then go to the meet the next day.
Until you can't eat anymore, or
I wouldn't say that.
Or do you like pace?
Is there like a limit that you like?
You just get just until you're about full. Okay. You know, you don't want to eat too much,
right? Because then you feel sluggish.
Yeah, you don't want to feel sluggish. Nobody does.
And then what is it like in the pool? Like, because you're losing a lot of like sweat, but like you don't even realize you're sweating in the pool. So like, What does it look like when you have to like hydrate like at like a swim practice? You just get out and you guys just have water?
Yeah, a lot of people usually bring their own water bottles, and you in between each set or when you go down and back for like a 50 and you come back, take
just
a sip of water.
whenever you get a chance, basically.
Yeah, whenever you got like a small break, just to keep yourself hydrated, You
ever like lose track of it, where you're kind of just like, I don't really need water, but.
Yeah, I'd say those are the ones that are usually the fast sets, because the ones that are fast, you can wait 5-10 minutes to get a drink of water if you really need to. And I mean, when your body's usually all the way red when you're swimming. It's just you're sweating really hard, you're working out good. That's all it is.
So I heard you guys have a pretty good dive team too. Like Kevin Tiles, I heard is really good, and Dean
Fraley.
Is he? Tell me about like the dive team. Do you know?
We got a pretty good, solid dive team.
Is having that balance like good? Like is that like a big?
Yes, diving can be very important at some times, especially placements. Placements are very key in every swim meet, for diving and for swimming. Diving, so say you're losing at the beginning of the meet, and not by a lot, but like 15, 20 points. We get first and second in diving against that team, we're back in the lead. And then if we hold that steady lead for the whole rest of the meet, we got it in the bag.
Oh, so you guys like kind of pick each other up. So like, say swimming like has a bad day, has an off day, like diving can pick pick you up, and then if diving has an off day, then swimming can pick them up. You know, that's good to have that balance.
So do most teams only like you guys have two pretty good divers? Do like most schools have like what is like the right amount to have like a pretty good dive?
I mean, it's all about numbers, really. This sport's all about numbers. You have to have, like my freshman year, we had 33 people, and we got second at league to the number 3 team in the state, Marshall, who had, 45, 46? They had a lot of good talent that year. Numbers count so much. They count so much in this sport.
So what does it help? Like, you just have to have different people doing different events and like...
Well, like last year, we only had 2 relays for most of our events, and usually... Like when we had 33 people, we could do 3 or 4. Like it's very, very important, and we need it. We need numbers. Numbers are very important.
So how many kids are you at this year?
18 or 19.
Okay.
So it's kind of a down year, a little bit.
It's actually the most we've had probably the last 2 years.
See, I thought your freshman year, didn't you have about like 30 kids?
Yeah, we had 33 guys. We had
senior loaded though. It was a lot of seniors.
We had 11 or 12 seniors there. I think maybe even more than that. We got absolutely crushed. We had a really good season. As freshmen, we placed the Brown twins, and Cole and I placed 6th that league as freshmen, and there's a picture of it somewhere. There's a picture of us freshmen standing on this podium surrounded by these 6-foot-tall plus seniors that are swimming against us. We're just these tiny little guys coming up.
You guys are still like kind of a little chubby freshmen still. Haven't really matured.
But you had to look up to those guys though. I mean.
100%. I looked up to every guy, every senior that was on our team. If there was anyone that I genuinely really looked up to, it was Adam Wilson and Charlie Vaughn. Those were the guys that I really looked up to, and if they were people that I wanted to be like, it'd be them out of the whole team.
So if you could talk to like the rest of the students at Harper that don't swim, or like you want kids to come out, what would you say to them to kind of influence them to come out to the swim team?
I would just say it's a hard-working sport. You got to put your mind into it. You got to put your heart into it. This sport is intense. Like, people say swimming's easy. Everybody says swimming's easy. Come race me. Come practice with us. Come do one of our sets, one of our intense workout sets.
Come to a morning workout.
Yeah, come to one of our morning workouts.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't wake up at 5.
You have to have the heart, and you have to have the mind for it. That's all I'm saying. And there's people that do have the mind and the heart, but there's just sometimes where they just like, I don't think I could do that. I don't want to.
So is that part of the reason why you think numbers may be down
100%.
Compared to what they used to be?
And because people don't want to be seen in like a Speedo or a tight swimsuit, which I mean, I understand it. Like, you can feel uncomfortable, but it's not like we're rubbing a ball against each other or whatever. It's just, we're just there to have fun as a team. We're just there to swim.
It's like that at the middle school level, because I know with the wrestling program, they talked about changing from wearing singlets to wearing like shorts and t-shirts so they could get like more kids to wrestle, because they really didn't want to be seen in like a singlet. Right. But you can't really do that in swim because you need that tight compression to
need it. It is very important.
So what would happen, like, what would be the difference if, like, you were swimming and you had a Speedo, but, like, I was wearing, like, just regular swim trunks?
There is a huge difference between a Speedo and swim trunks.
Really?
Huge difference. So when you jump in the water with your swim trunks, like say you're just jumping off of a dock and you go into the water.
Yeah.
Those fill up with air, just like giant airbags, and you just slow right down when you jump in. With a Speedo is the complete opposite. You just go straight down.
And then you're just off.
That's interesting. I never thought about it like that.
It catches so much water and air at the same time.
That does
it's
make
crazy.
sense because like you ever like jump in a pool and like you have that big like air
the pockets,
and
you push it out.
Trunks, and you have to like push it out. And like I've never thought about that, like because that would slow you down tremendously.
100%.
Is that why? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like is that why you guys shave your heads at the end of the season?
Okay,
like, to get, like, fat, or is that just like a tradition?
That's a thing. We were freshmen. It's as a freshman tradition. You had to shave your head if you had a really good season, and if you wanted to be a part of this team, you were committed. We were all committed.
Mm-hmm.
We all wanted to shave our heads because we thought it was funny. The Brown twins, Hunter Weller, and I believe Dean Fraley. I think that was just the 6 of us that shaved our heads, and it was probably the best experience of my life.
See, like you didn't have to, but like you chose
I wanted to.
Yeah,
it was
just to be part of the team.
I did not want to at first. I hated it. I loved my hair. I did not want to, but it was dead, and it was just like there's nothing I could do to bring it back.
So the chlorine will like kill your hair?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Really? Is that why you guys wear the caps, or are the caps just kind of for more?
The caps are if you have a lot of hair, like really long hair, then caps are important to just keep your hair out of your face from swimming, and it causes less drag. But for races,
so is like your hair considered to be long?
Yes.
So you wear a cap?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would definitely recommend wearing a cap. But there's silicone caps. There's like this thin layered cap, and then there's a dome cap. And a dome cap is like absolutely 0 wrinkles, just straight, as smooth as it could possibly be when it's on top of your head. Silicone caps, they have like these little ripples in them, so like they catch a little bit of water, which you don't want, and they're just cheaper, and people don't really want to spend a lot of money on a dome cap.
So how much does like a cap cost? Is it pretty expensive?
I'll be honest, I don't know. I haven't bought very many caps. My uncle, for his club team, sells them for like $15, I think, and they're usually silicone, but the silicone ones are probably pretty cheap, but then the dome caps are kind of expensive. I'm pretty sure those are like $30, $40.
See, how much time does it cut off just wearing a cap than if you didn't wear a cap?
Well, it depends.
Because I know that like those like milliseconds matter.
Yes, every second counts. Every second counts in this sport. So, say for league or state, actually, we will, like shave our legs, shave our arms, shave our chest back, whatever, to get as much drag taken off as possible. Because hair catches so much water.
Right.
That's why caps are important. And like, say I went to swim, you could tell a difference between if I was wearing a cap and if I didn't wear a cap, because this catches so much water.
Like a significant amount of time?
Yeah.
Really?
You would catch so much water with all your hair.
Oh, yeah.
You too, Zane. It's a lot. You genuinely be surprised.
Thanks. I've worked on the flow for a while.
Looks
looking good, Zane.
Thanks, man. So, Patty, I know you're a Notre Dame fan. Notre Dame.
Go Irish, baby.
Yeah. So I heard you see that Kyle Hamilton, top 5, or he's projected in the mock draft to go number 5.
That's amazing to me. I mean, I was at the game where he got his knee injury against USC. I watched it all happen, man. It was sad to see him go down. We thought it was minor, but when he went to get up and couldn't get up, it was heartbreaking.
And I'm just surprised that like he's still projected to be a top 5 pick, even with like such a significant knee injury.
I mean, the dude's a stud, man.
He's an animal.
I mean, he's big for
6'4". Like he covers a whole bunch of ground too.
He's got speed.
Yeah.
6'4" speed.
I was kind of hoping the Lions are going to pick him up, honestly, but I think we're going to stick with Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, we have the number 2 pick now. Well, it was projected the Jags won. Jeez. So I don't know what's going to – it's probably a battle between the pick now.
How did the Colts lose to the Jags?
I don't know.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah, you're a Colts fan.
Yeah, it's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, it is. More than embarrassing.
So
it's pretty bad.
Now I don't know who's going to get the
Lions
number 1
bounce
pick
back
now.
to that
Yeah,
first
I don't
pick.
know, but I'll be happy. But Aiden Hutchinson's right now from Michigan, just projected to go number 1. So if we get the number 2 pick, I'm not going to be complaining.
Really?
Because we're going to get Kayvon Thibodeau.
I really don't think there's a big difference between either.
No, but I don't know. I just
Yeah.
personally like Thibodeau better. And then especially watching us against the Packers, I mean, Aaron Rodgers had all day back there. So, I mean, we do need someone.
something.
Yeah, you need some type of defense to.
Aaron Rodgers did play a good game, but Amon-Ra St. Brown just had a better one.
You guys see T.J. Watt from the Steelers just like tied Kyle Shanahan's single season
I
sack
did see
record.
that. That was so cool.
Sick.
I did not. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That dude's a stud. Hey, Ben, who do you think? Who do you guys think is better? Do you think JJ or TJ Watt's better?
See, in their prime, I'm taking TJ because, I mean, just you look at the records, I mean, he has the most sacks in the season, so like, he was more dominant.
In his prime, I'd have to agree. that. But I do like J.J. Watt. I've always liked J.J. Watt.
I think J.J. Watt's more of a workhorse, and like he just never gives up on a play.
I agree.
But from just pure raw ability, I'm going to go with T.J. Watt just because I think he's just
And it's kind of
better.
been like portrayed that like J.J. Watt's like a better like leader kind of. I don't know. Like I've watched like Hard Knocks and like he seems like this big leader and like this great guy for the locker
Have you ever
room.
seen him mic'd up?
Yeah.
And he's just like so funny. He's one of my favorite players to be mic'd up.
And like that one video of like him where he like his helmet comes down and like busts open his nose, but like he still
and he's
plays,
still playing.
and it's like bloody.
Bro,
and-
you see where he broke his finger? He broke like his
Yes.
pinky. Like it was like sideways. It was messed up. He just went to the sideline, popped it back in, was in the next play.
Yeah, it's like Kobe. You see Kobe do that?
Yeah.
Where
I
he
did not.
was playing, he dislocated his finger, and he just went over to the trainer, popped it back in, and he subbed right back in the game.
Didn't see that. That's crazy. It's amazing what athletes will do nowadays to stay in the game. Those are the guys that actually have like true heart in their sport. Are the guys who will
love
get
for
injured.
it.
Yeah, those dudes are crazy. Like that's like you guys said. I just love the sport.
I could imagine like having to play through like a dislocated finger, or like Jack Cohn this year when they were playing. He like dislocated his finger in the fourth quarter, popped it back in, and then threw a game-winning touchdown. And that was pretty sweet.
That was nuts.
That's insane.
Yeah.
All right, Patty. Well, thank you for coming on. Do you have any shout outs before we end this?
Come to our Sturgis meet tomorrow at 6
At Sturgis or home?
at Sturgis.
And you got anything before we leave?
Yep. Tomorrow we have Hastings at home. Everybody come out. Be a great game.
All right, guys. Well, make sure you sub to our YouTube channel and drop a like and follow our Instagram.